Hello, everyone. My name is Clantis, and welcome to Clantis Dumaguta podcast. So, I came here, number one, to thank you guys for watching the previous videos that I've posted. This was just a way of demonstrating the type of relationships that South Africans are building and the integration of our brothers and sisters that have relocated to South Africa and settling in South Africa. So you saw me and Stace doing our thing at his house, just hanging out and cooking some chicken wings. Of course, it was done by Stace. They were very, very delicious. And of course, having a drink or two and having some drunken conversation at the same time. And I know this is happening all over the country where our brothers and sisters that are relocating to South Africa are experiencing. Others are experiencing a get together in weddings, funerals, brides, which you guys would call barbecue. Also, hanging out at lounges, bars, concerts, you name it. We are there. Like, we kind of like, how do I put it? The embrace is so much so like we never separated before, or we've always known each other. One of the things that we all agree between South Africans and African Americans is that we are so alike that we don't even see a difference. And I'm not talking about skin color here. I'm talking about our mindset. Our histories are so similar. Y'all went through Jim Crow, we went through apartheid, and all the nonsense that also took place in between colonialism, apartheid, Jim Crow, and all the other stuff that Black Americans and Black South Africans to this day are experiencing, and how we are basically removing ourselves out of these ills by coming together, by building a community that one day when we begin to become industrialists and become what do you call these entrepreneurs and business owners, we be the ones that will be there to embrace and support each other's businesses as well as our endeavors, whatever that might be. Yes, there are others that pretty much are struggling, not because they have an issue with South Africa, but because they have other things going on back home. So they don't feel like it will be wise for them to be thousands and thousands of miles away from the situation when they could just go back and fix the situation and come back. And the best part about this is that many African Americans are buying property, and this is like a second home. That if they go back to the US, they know that they can come back to South Africa at any given time because they already have a second home here. Now, speaking of friendship and friendliness and all of that, South Africa woke up yesterday to great news that South Africa is the friendliest country in the world. This was a survey that was done by a certain organization. I kind of forgot what, but I'll show you in the clip that I'm going to play of a national news channel here in South Africa that covered this story. I'm just going to put a clip here. It's about 5 minutes long. Then you get the context of why South Africa ended up being the top friendliest country in the world. So, of course, they also show, I think, the other four countries that are the friendliest. I think Croatia is there, Mexico is there, as well as Greece is there. But South Africa tops all the countries that they've done this sample. I think 27 countries with 3,000 people that they did this survey with. And then everybody agreed that South Africa is definitely the most friendliest country in the world. You will even hear the conductor of this particular research giving context to all of that, which to us as South African citizens, we are not necessarily surprised, because even with ourselves, I mean, the spirit of Ubuntu and making sure that who you are, I am, who I am, you are too. If you're going through something, I'm going through the same thing. And if I have a means to assist, then I come and assist, instead of saying, no, this is mine and mine only and my family's. We don't operate like that in South Africa. just with each other as well. We've had people coming over to South Africa because of our friendliness, and others decided to take advantage. Others, of course, came with a good mindset to contribute positively into the South African society in terms of economy as well as other social constructs as well. And African Americans, they've come with a really, really good mind. And what I love about African Americans, they are coming here to learn. All what they've known about being Americans, somewhere, somehow, I don't know if it's a conscious thing or what, that I'm gonna leave being an American in America. I'm going to South Africa, I'm going to Ghana, I'm going wherever, and I am not going to bring my Americanness there, because what makes people clash is because of one wants to. I'm sorry, I have a gimbal that moves when I move my hand. I'm going to instill my own values and principles to them. And then you will find that in Africa, we have our own. And so they kind of like butt head. But what I'm loving about African Americans that I have interacted with, they are open to learning about the values and the principles and the culture of South Africans, respectively, because we come in different forms, shapes, and sizes. We come with different languages. There are 11 official languages in South Africa and many cultural practices and beliefs. And I love how you guys open yourself up to learning instead of coming and saying, no, in America, we don't do this. In America, this is how it's done in America. No, instead, oh, wow, this is great. I didn't know this. And we get the opportunity to teach, which I very much like. So I'm going to let you guys listen to the clip and come back and close this video. I just wanted to share this good news with you guys. I hope if you were thinking and having some little doubts about coming down south, well, I hope this clip is going to give you some kind of ideas or idea what kind of a country South Africa is. I mean, South Africans, we go through a lot. And as South Africans, we laugh at our own misfortunes. We laugh at ourselves. You can never bring us down as a nation. Once upon a time, we were #1 happiest country in the world. I think currently is Finland or Fiji. That is the most happiest country in the world. That's because over time with us, with all the things that have been happening, we became a little bit more unhappy and unsatisfied with a lot of things. But despite all of that, we still kept Ubuntu. We still kept our friendliness, our lovingness, and our arms are still wide open to everybody that wants to do good by us, and we also want to do good by you. So enjoy the clip, and I'll come back with my commentary.
All right, so this discussion now, South Africa has been ranked the friendliest country in the world. That's according to American-based payments group Remitly. Mzansi scored 34.63 out of 40 on the American study conducted in 25 countries. SA citizens are said to be warm and welcoming. The top 3 countries on the list include Greece at #2 and Croatia at #3. But let's get more on this study. We are joined by Remitly's Vice President of Business Management, Danielle Trehon. Danielle, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So we've gotten quite a few reactions already to the news that South Africa is voted or seen as the friendliest country in the world. But tell us about Remitly, what you guys do, and why this study?
Well, thank you so much for having me this morning, and good morning to you and everybody in South Africa that's watching. And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, and congratulations to South Africa for this amazing achievement. So let me tell you a little bit about Remitly. So we are a trusted provider of digital financial services that transcend borders. So we have a global footprint that spans more than 170 countries, and we're digitally native, we're cross-border payments, and we aim to delight our customers with a fast, reliable and transparent money movement experience. So we build on this strong foundation, and we're expanding our suite of products to further our vision and transform lives around the world for all those people who are moving countries, supporting their families back in their home country. And so we're super proud to work in this space. So a lot of people, most of our customer base, in fact, live in a country that's different from the country they were born in. And we think a lot about our customers' lived experience. And we want to provide them with information that could be interesting and useful for individuals who are moving or living abroad. And so we wanted to have a look at the experience of people moving to a new country and find out how friendly people might find their new neighbors, colleagues, and communities. And of course, everyone's experience is very different. But the idea was to find out generally who might be the most open to new people and socializing.
Yeah.
And so that was the background to the survey.
Yeah. How do you conduct? Yeah. How do you conduct a survey like that? So what are the questions that you ask to figure out, to find that South Africa is the most friendly?
So great question. So what we did was to test 3,000 people from around the world, from around 27 different countries. And we looked at them on this thing called an agreeableness factor. And it's from this test called the Big Five personality test, right? And this Big Five personality test is based on the scientific Big Five model of 5 key personality traits. And those are openness, conscientiousness, agreeableness, extroversion, and neuroticism. And the questions that we asked in our study were based solely on that agreeableness aspect of the test. And the reason for that is that it's the most effective way to gauge kind of social harmony and how people get along.
Yeah.
So we asked people kind of how far they agree, disagree, neutral, slightly agree, etc., to statements like, I accept others for who they are, or I sympathize with others' feelings, or I'm concerned about others. So that's kind of some of the way that we did it.
Okay, it's interesting that the words that you've chosen, right? Conscientiousness, neuroticism. I mean, I'm keen to hear, specifications of where those rank. And I want to make a joke because South Africa, here in the country, we've got an inside joke around how South Africans struggle to even pronounce the word conscientiousness, right? But the meaning for South Africa is wishing to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly. So how did we rank where that word is concerned, and even neuroticism, which is a really interesting thing to be looking at?
So we only looked at the agreeableness factors. So we didn't go down the neuroticism factors. So, and as you mentioned earlier, South Africa tops the list of the friendliest nations. So you had a really impressive score of 34.63 out of 40. And the general consensus of the survey is most people are really friendly, open to interacting with new people, and particularly, South Africans, I know, I've been to your country so many times. It's one of my favorite places to come. You guys are so warm and welcoming. You really make it easy for travelers and visitors to feel at ease. I've been walking down the street in Johannesburg or in Cape Town, and people have been, saying hello to me as I'm walking down the street. And I know how fun you are, what a great sense of humor you guys have, and how you're always making jokes.
Yeah.
So,
I want to hear who's at the bottom of the list. So that's going to be fun. But let's do this. Let's put up some of the tweets, because we asked this as well in our poll, and I was really keen to see how people comment to the news that you've ranked South Africa the friendliest country. Some X's. I keep saying tweets. It's called X now, isn't it? Let's put some of those up on the screen. This is how South Africans have reacted to that. Vuselelo says it's true. We're very nice and welcoming as a nation, and it's very strange taking into consideration the past that we experienced from apartheid. Very interesting, Vuselelo. Thanks so much for sending in that X. We'll take a look at just maybe 2 more. One more coming up there. Even at our worst, we are friendly and warm. We are a dissatisfied but happy collective. Okay, Isa, thanks for that X. One more. Kitso says, yes, we are friendly. That is why foreigners take advantage of our kindness. Oh, dear. Kitso, thank you so much for sending in that X. Keep them coming in at NewsRoom405 using the hashtag AMReport405.
Listen, guys. I can pronounce conscientiousness as well as neuroticism. Did I get it right? Well, welcome to South Africa. Other than that, guys, yes, this is who we are. I don't think I am interested who is the bottom, the most unfriendliest, or whatever the case might be, because I still want to open myself up to the world as well, go to places at some point in my life. As you know, that as South Africans, especially as Black South Africans, we are not particularly travelers. We love our country, we enjoy our country, we have everything that others probably are enjoying out there. I just read an article not so long ago that was reporting that at least 300,000 South Africans that immigrated, meaning like they left South Africa, they were like, we are done with this country. They are coming back in droves. And the common denominator that they are saying the reason why they're coming back is that actually the greener pastures are in South Africa. We have a high quality of life, things are cheap, people are friendly, South Africans are loving, funny, and always what do you call this, entertaining the world one way or the other. And also others were feeling a way of missing out on things that are happening. We are winning World Cups, we are winning beauty pageants, we are doing all these things as South Africans, and they're watching from the outside and they say, no, 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 we want to be part of the action. And so they are coming back in droves. Others are coming back with even neighbors of the country they had relocated to, and they're like, I'm coming with you. And they are all coming here. So there's a lot of positive that is happening in South Africa, even though we are still going through a lot. We have a new government now, and I believe this new government is going to work together in fixing up some few things. Obviously, not everything is going to be fixed overnight. Rome was not built in one day. We are assisting the government as well in putting our country back on its track, as well as you guys being here. You'll get the opportunity to jump on the bandwagon along with us with all your various skills and experiences and business ideas or entrepreneurship ideas and whatever you not, and then come down here and let's build this country. And hopefully it becomes your second home as well. That is not exclusively for African Americans, it's for all the African diasporans that are interested in relocating. And I hope that South Africa will be a place that you would consider to come to, because trust and believe me, you are going to be very relieved and happy. The things that I am experiencing and observing from my African American brothers and sisters that are here in this country. So I hope that this video makes you feel good one way or the other. And yeah, I thought let me just share it with you and move on. I thank you again for watching my two previous videos. I know it is nothing. It almost like a Big Brother type of setting. It was done, I would say, was it deliberate? I don't think it was deliberate. At first, I was testing my camera, and I didn't realize that it was recording while Stacey and I were busy having a chat. Only later, I realized, oh my goodness, the camera is rolling. And so we thought, hey, let's also continue rolling the camera while you are busy cooking chicken wings, and then continue with our drunken conversation. As you guys saw, by midnight, we were pop drunk, and I was like, I cannot anymore. My head cannot handle this. I needed to go to bed. So it was great. It was awesome. Yes, I did sleep over at Stacey's home. He has a huge house with 5 bedrooms, and they are only paying, I think in dollars, how much that is? $850 in a posh suburb of Glen Vista. Yeah, $850 a month that they are paying for that big house. So those are the other benefits that you will get when you come here, either to rent or buy a house. House, of course, here is pretty cheap. Glen Vista itself has the most beautiful houses on the hill. Some of them are on sale, others are being rented out. You know, you're spoiled for choice. Other than that, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time on my next upload. Thank you, goodbye, and enjoy yourselves. You are loved here.